Double-sided LP show. 2 new albums, 2 old. Add that shit up, it equals 4. Let us out, my people cold. You got a mouse out, eat a cold. Why aren't we allowed to even go? I'm gonna pay the fee of toll. Whatever it takes to see us sold.
Gotta warm up the crowd a little bit.
What it do? This is Isaiah, and you're watching the Double-Sided LP show.
Double-sided LP show.
Oh, look at my cat.
2 new albums, 2 old.
Messing up my...
So you guys see that Mr. Beast filed a patent. Mr. Beast filed a patent today, or maybe yesterday. I don't know. For Mr. Beast Financial regarding personal investment, savings, and I believe student loans. So
Yes, I have.
No, wait, I didn't.
are we switching? Are we switching to Mr. Beast Bank? First off, are we switching to Mr. Beast Bank? How we feel about that?
I mean, I don't know who else I would trust with my money. Mr. Beast, the Antichrist himself.
He is the Antichrist.
I would invest.
I've been trying to give Mr. Beast my money, so I'm glad.
I
Finally,
mean,
That's kind of like what I'm thinking right now. Is like I've been looking for a way to just give my money to Mr. Beast.
Because I know
like,
He needs
haven't had that avenue yet. You know what I mean? Exactly. And now it's like it being so like open. Like that's kind of cool.
Well, if this happens though, what's crazy is the rates are gonna go crazy. You know, like he's got like the 8% like APR, like 12-month CD key or CD or whatever. But
look, the way I see it is like the more money Mr. Beast has, the like better.
yeah, I think president
like the more good he can do. You know? What
yeah,
I mean?
exactly. President of the earth, maybe.
They're doing like those like no more kings riots, but I'm saying we do need a king, and that king,
Miss
Mr.
Jimmy
Beast.
Donaldson.
Jimmy Beast.
Wow, that's really insightful.
I guess on a similar note here, how about the CS2 market? Isaiah, are you familiar with Counter-Strike and the skins?
I'm familiar as in I used to play like 10 years ago. But since then no.
It's crazy.
I'm not familiar with what's going on.
This is very topical. The market's on fire. Like, so imagine 2008, but the houses are pixels, and that's what's happening currently.
Okay. And then I'm guessing a lot of people are upset.
Yeah, but I say let it burn. I don't think pixels
probably
should be
I
worth,
mean, it's
hundreds
kind of
thousands.
insane. Yeah, when I was 16, I thought it was kind of cool because I was like, bro, maybe I could score a couple $1,000
Yeah,
if I
bro.
opened one of these boxes. But as I'm a little older,
You could have spent 10 bones. 10 bones when you were 16 would have made you a couple hundred racks, which
Crazy.
just let that sit, let that eat at you.
That makes me sick to my stomach.
I got another thing. The voice, Isaiah, is it a vocal inflection or is there some sort of audio?
currently
audio
right now,
trickery?
no, this is just my voice. This is me talking.
All right.
Whenever I'm rapping, it comes from like I either can pull from what I'm doing right now, or I can get a lot of higher pitch, which I think I do a lot more.
More throaty, I guess. Or no?
What was that?
More in your throat. I mean, not
It isn't. I don't know. I guess so. I guess I feel it very much in my throat. I do. I feel it all vibrating right here when I'm talking.
I don't know how else to put it. But it's something I noticed. We've never had like a conversation like this. I have heard a decent amount of your music, but never had a conversation. I thought that was something I needed to touch on.
No,
Because you were very noticeably missing during the release party, Dylan.
Oh yeah, I was in the mountains. I was doing mountain shit.
Oh my God, this cat.
You had to flee to the mountains.
Well, look, the mountains.
I was like chopping wood, making fires, and
See, look, that sounds awesome. I wish I was chopping wood.
Shout out Colorado, bro.
Colorado? I ain't never been out there.
You gotta go.
This is
beautiful.
This is we have.
That's what I've
we
heard.
have a majority here for Texas representation. So Colorado could eat dirt.
I don't know, man.
Wow. I've always wanted to visit. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, we got
I used to want to
we
visit.
got guest
but now
bedroom.
that I know Dylan's
We have
in
multiple
there-
guest bedrooms actually.
I see.
See, anyone could come, anyone can visit, but that is not the conversation that we are having. You guys released an
That's
album, I
professional.
believe. Is that correct?
We did.
We did. We released 14 tracks, 14 minutes of music, or no shit, 14 tracks and 40 minutes of music, and we called it an album.
Mm-hmm,
We put art on it.
and this is
And,
Art-
this has been in the works for a minute.
Good. Bit.
Yeah.
I found. I
Yeah.
remember I'd found the message where like we'd started. Whenever like I forget,
Yes.
hold on, I could actually pull up the message.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Where is it? I think it's right here. Yeah, 3/13/24. Isaiah. Hey dog, thanks for the update. Is it 2:58 p.m.? Hey dog, thanks for the update. And dead ass, I was gonna reach out the other day to collab or something. I've been really trying to challenge myself to collab with more and more people. So I 100% want to work, lol. And then he mentions a beat I'd sent into the Sin 7 Discord, which is where we'd met.
Mm-hmm.
And that beat did not end up getting used. But he
I think I
showed
remember it.
interest in
Though.
using that beat. Yeah, it was called Attacks Got Theme. We gotta something. I don't remember. I made it while I was playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yeah. No, I think
I think someone in chat said that, and I was like, all right, that's what I'll call it.
Oh, that's really cool. I do remember
yeah,
that. And I
and
remember that
then-
just it's like I don't know, inspiring me in a certain way that like I wasn't making beats my way or beats that way myself, and so it was just I was just like I don't know, let me start rapping on some of this stuff he's throwing at me.
Yeah, and then I think I sent you like a bunch of beats, and then just over time, we started working a little bit more and more, and then it kind of went quiet a little bit because you were finishing up your release last year.
Yes.
And then once that was wrapped up, we really nosed the grindstone for about a year. And then it came out.
Yeah, for the most part. I think I will say like at the beginning of the year there was like a secret project I was half working on. But it currently got put to the side for a future time. And I can't remember, there was I would say probably about a good 8-10 months. This like 9-8 months was like I would say since the beginning of this year, I've been really like looking at making a bunch of music on Michael stuff. And at a certain point, we started narrowing it down. And yeah, it really at some point, I sent Michael a, man, what was it? 7-8 tracks. And I was like, man, we're done. This is cool. We got this.
Oh yeah, you were like, we're done. I'm like, I think a little.
I was like, this
longer
is
would be better.
cool. I was like, we got some here. Like, this is cool. We like, let's go. And you're like,
Yeah, it was
we should do a bit
It was
more.
like 20-something minutes. It was like 20-something minutes. So I was like,
Yeah.
man, I just feel like we got more in us. And then I think after that, the best tracks should end up getting
100%. I think so too. I think like there was that little push towards like I guess I would say like a little push from you towards like the actual like project and really bringing like a bunch of themes together and like making certain moments really made some of those songs happen, and
Yeah.
I look forward to it. I think especially like I think that's
That
a very
was
pivotal
really-
moment in the album, and then it being like made. I was like, oh, okay, I see what's kind of like happening. I see what I'm doing. Yeah, and then I think at that point I chased that album.
I like that, John. It's a good John. Very
Yeah.
I guess it's an assumption to be made, but I feel that had it been shorter, I don't think a lot of the overlaying themes would have come through as much. But me personally, I really enjoyed this, and I think if it was any shorter, it would have been a bit of a detriment, to be honest.
And that's what Michael was
I
telling me.
agree. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Whenever it was like 20-some minutes, I just felt like it wasn't right. It felt. I mean, it just didn't feel like a full project. You know. And then once we got a couple more tracks on it, you know, I mean, like you said, it really solidified. You know, when you're listening to it, the central themes, which I don't think really came off as effective whenever it was about half as long. And I think it really emphasizes some of the more outlying moments in it. Like, you know, you take something like, our most obvious example is the finale, right? Who, which is like way different. Way
Love,
different vibe.
100%.
Love who.
It really isn't incorporating the. It ain't really incorporating the themes as much. It's more so a bombastic, braggadocious track that just sort of caps it all off. You know.
It's your 30 hours, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ride the beat
you know
for
what?
ride the beat for
Yeah.
minutes or whatever.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I think Michael sent me that beat one day, and I don't think I even said anything to Michael yet. I loved it. I was like, "This is." I love this beat, and I see not. I just saw the vision instantly. I hit my friend up, Mr. Jack Kenneth, who features on track 14. Who?
We'll get to the collabs for sure.
Oh yeah, he I hit him up. I was like, "Yeah, what do you think about this?" I told him, "What does Jack think about this?" And he instantly wanted in on it. And I think just like from there, the vision came about. And then really one night he came over to my house. Was it? No, it was during the day. He came over to my house one day, and we spent a good 4 or 5 hours recording it and doing a bunch, trying a bunch of different things, writing a bunch, and yeah, it was fun. It was a fun track. I think it was kind of like a perfect, like, I don't know. I felt like there was a kind of a energy or something missing from the album, and I didn't want to break up what was happening in the album with it, and so I kind of focused on it being like an epilogue.
Yeah, no,
I think it worked out really well.
It's a great end track. I'd heard this as a beat. I don't think either of you were on it.
No. Whenever I sent it to you, there was Isaiah had like 4 bars.
Okay, yeah, and I was fucking with. I was fucking with it. It's a sample, obviously. That guitar is just awesome, and I was like, it's the perfect like final little bit, you know.
The guitar on that is. Well, I guess it depends on which guitar you're talking about. The bass specifically, which I think is really what gives it a whole new like kind of edge to it. I'd altered it pretty hardcore. It was a pretty soft bass, but I put a bunch of distortion on it and really I just fucked it up real hard, and it became like this real gritty sound. And I think it really elevated all the like more, I guess, sporadic sort of bits of guitar and. I think adding the active drums helped. I don't know. I really am proud of that beat. That's probably my, as far as the beats
It's fantastic.
Go, that's like one of the top 3 beats on this album for me.
I love it.
I love what I did on it.
I think it was one of the times on the album where I let like sure I brought an energy to it, but I definitely let the beat like I felt like I was more I don't even know what I would call it. Like I was just trying to I was secondary to the beat. I felt like ultimately that's when I feel like when I listen to it. Like I don't know, it's great.
Yeah, it's your 30 hours. I feel like that's a decent analogy. It's like the beat
I think so, yeah.
heals, and then it doesn't have to be thematic. It doesn't have to be anything. It's just like, yeah, this is my fucking album. Fuck you. Yeah. This beat's dope. Whatever.
Yeah.
One thing I find funny about it actually was when it was we were like putting it on the track list or whatever, it was going to be like a hidden track just connected to function.
Yeah,
it was just going to be function. It was going to like fade out and for a couple seconds fade in with Who, which is funny because I think is Who longer than function? Yeah, Who's like 1.5 functions.
Yeah,
That would have went hard
like-
though. I wouldn't have complained about something like that.
No,
No,
it was a
but-
cool idea, but I think like
I preferred it as its own track because, I think due to it having a feature, I would really hate to like
True.
really
That's
have
fair.
it be a hidden. Which to be fair is
That was definitely a big
talked
reason.
about by Mr. Jack Kenneth. He says, what does he say? I was under the impression that I was a hidden
feature,
feature.
yeah.
I think he says
yeah, yeah.
because that was the original idea.
So I guess we can take a bit of a step back, and I guess I just want to know how you guys are feeling about the album, about its reception. If you change anything, things you really appreciate about it. Like, are you happy? Are you happy with this piece of work?
I'll let Isaiah go first. What do you think?
What I'm gonna say is the further I get away from it, the happier I'm getting with it. There's definitely a couple songs like I feel like personally when I'm making an album or even when I'm making a song, there's a certain point where I've listened to this song 100 times. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I wore the song out on myself or if sometimes I question if it's just not good. But I think a lot of times I try to trust the instinct of like, I loved it at some point. You know what I mean? I love that at some point someone else will probably love it. It's probably not garbage. And so sometimes I try to take a step back from some songs I'm working on because I guess I need to try and get better at not working on songs too long because I think that's something I can do sometimes. And
not to cut you off or nothing. There was a couple tracks where like we'd have them around for a real long time.
I was
Then
changing a
like
bunch of shit.
he'd be like, well, not so much the changes weren't really too much, but sometimes you'd be like, nah, I want to get rid of this one. And I was like, no.
I did that a couple times.
Like I remember
All right,
one,
this
like,
is.
like,
I'm
like,
not in the recording, so keep talking. Something just
Uh-huh.
like fell over and it was very loud, so I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, we'll just keep going. But how I felt about it was interesting because obviously everything I've put out is more like I've always ever since I started, everything I've ever made, all the beat tapes, every single one of them, and all the beat tapes, all the something that don't exist, all the etc. The other little dance, like the dance project or the remix projects, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I enjoyed those.
They've all been viewed to me like from rip when I was making them as like B-side type things. Like the idea was that if I ever get popular or whatever, someday people would be like, "Oh, whoa, look at all these like little things that were put out." Just little side things. That was the intention since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I had for sort of what's the word? To compare, like to prepare for how I'd feel about this release, because how I always end up feeling about my own like tapes is this: I just get them together, I put them out, and then I don't listen to them for like at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then a couple months later, or like a year later, I'll go and check it out. I'll be like, oh, some of these are cool, and I'll be like, some of these aren't great.
There's a new insight. I feel like
Yeah.
you became once you step away from something for a minute, especially like something you're personally making.
Yes.
You're able to get some new insight. You see it differently than you were when you were like entrenched with like every little sound and every little thing you were trying to do. And once you take a step back, sometimes I think it helps you look at it. I guess that more of a not such a. I was about to say closeted way, but I don't know if that's like a great way to like say that. It's such a narrow mind. I guess like there's a tunnel vision you have when you're making something, and I think once you step away and you don't get to have that no more, you get a new perception, and I'm able to like be like, oh, okay, wait, this is good. And I think some songs I will like Sorbet and Something to Clap For. I think I was personally coming close to like release. I was like, These are kind
Not
of.
as huge on those.
I think I was telling Michael, I feel like the back half of the album is better than the front, and I think those are a couple of those tracks where I was like, ah.
And that I do agree with. I agree the second half is like definitely preferable to me. I love the second half.
I think so too. Ultimately, it's great.
For the most part. But those first couple tracks are good. Like I definitely am not.
Oh no, they're great. I was also going to say, I was listening to, excuse me, I was listening to them today, and I was like, yeah, these are awesome. These are great. So like,
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like the track I've gotten the most DMs about being people's favorites is Sorbet.
You know, that's interesting. I think
I thought that was kind of cray. I was like, really?
yeah,
Sorbet?
It's cool. It's cool because like that's might be the first
Yeah, it's that or Get Above It.
first
That was
one
first.
I sent you. Yeah,
I don't remember which one it was.
but
I think it was Sorbet.
I think it was Sorbet too. I think I remember you sending me that beat, and like the same thing I said a moment ago. This is like the type of beat I wasn't making myself and wasn't doing myself, so I was inspired to do it, you know, and hop on that. And one morning I just wrote that and recorded it before work, and it just, or at least the first verse is when I wrote and recorded that, and it was like,
Yeah,
it was great. My camera.
One thing I always find interesting, and I wonder how it's gonna make me feel about this in the future, is I always feel weird whenever I go and check later and see what people like what's like the outlier, what's
Yes.
People are connecting with. Like when I go and I check on Beat Tape, and I see that like, I mean, just for instance, let me look. My most recent Beat Tape was Ignoring Something That Doesn't Exist Volume 4. I released If This Is Not You, Click Here. And one of the tracks on there, for some reason, just popped off on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Got like 2,000 plays. I just don't really get it. I don't get why that's the one. I'm not huge on that one. The one that really gets me, though, is before that I did two tapes before that, I think. I did Destruction of Art, a remix tape, Volume 1, which is a bunch of remixes. And like one of my least favorite remixes was the Nas one I did, and it's the most popular by far. Like destroying all the other ones. I will say this: SoundCloud did take down what probably would have done better, which is the the Bad and Bougie remix I did.
Yeah.
Which goes so hard. It makes me so sad they took it down. I love that one. I'm not messing with you. I ran out of plays. I would play it on my Bandcamp whenever I'd drive. I loved how that remix sounded.
Oh yeah.
And then it said I can't listen to it anymore without paying, and I'm like, I made it.
Yeah.
This is mine.
Yeah.
But I can't listen to it anymore. They won't let me.
Damn, bro. What the fuck?
So that's what I'm wondering how I'm gonna feel about this later. Is like going and looking and seeing like, you know, what people are liking. Like what it's just, I don't know.
It's always interesting. I think I had a friend, hold up, what'd he tell me? I think he told me I Need You was one of his favorites. I thought that was interesting. Yeah, slow up. Let me see what he said. He said,
because for a long time, I think I was pretty vocal about how I Need You didn't really click for me.
Yeah, you were.
Which, to be fair, is why I even was like, I want to call it interlude.
And I think
I still think that's kind of the right decision, just based on the length and just sort of like, I don't know. It kind of just feels interluding to me. The whole beat does. But I'm glad it's on there, because I really do like it. I like it, but just, I don't know. In comparison, it's always kind of giving me a bit of a
There's a very introspective conversation that you guys just had. I was there for it. Obviously.
The whole time.
Yep.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember too. I will say I think my cat fucked up my camera, so my camera might be fucked up for a moment in this recording.
Oh yeah, one of my cats knocked a glass bottle off like the top of a shelf, and it landed on more glass bottles.
Bad cats.
Yeah, they didn't mean to, but
you guys are throwing away those beer bottles, man.
It's a bottle of wine, actually.
Bottle of wine.
Hey, bottle of
You're a
wine.
fancy alcoholic, is ya? Yeah, but I don't know. It's just with this.
In
I
the,
I I,
recording
I haven't
again.
sat on it long enough. I haven't sat on this long enough to. I don't think have any sort of feelings change or shift. To be fair, I guess the day and the day before it was going to drop, I did go like completely like, oh fuck, this is awful. I ruined it. All these beats are terrible.
Yeah, it's definitely a feeling I
Yeah.
have. Like sometimes, like it's just.
But
like,
then it came out. I
yeah,
re-listened to it, and I'm like, man, this is good.
it's not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty cool
This-
how I think it
this
turned
go
out.
hard.
Turned out pretty
proud of it.
good.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I'm happy with all the beats. I'm happy with how Isaiah did. I'm happy with the features. It all came together in a way I'm very pleased
is
with.
there any inspiration
Fighting me.
you guys would like to give credit to? Like any I guess never
I'll
mind.
let Michael take the lead on this.
Inspirations
Oh, well,
at all?
see, that's the issue. Whenever I try to think
will.
of my beat making inspirations, is I kind of struggle to figure out where it comes from. Like I could list you my favorite beat makers, but I don't feel like I'm creating in a way similar to how they sound. Like my favorite beat makers all time is LP. This shit don't sound like LP. Where's
No.
the synths? I love Ant from Atmosphere, but I feel like I don't really make boom bappy beats, right? I mean, that's not how I would qualify most of them anyway. I don't really know where my influence is from yet. That's sort of been one thing I think about a lot. Is I don't know who I'm copycatting, because everyone's copycatting someone, right? I don't mean that in a negative way, because everyone has influences, and I think it's kind of better to wear it on your sleeve a little bit. 'Cause otherwise, you can get defensive about it, blah blah blah. But take Tyler Creator. Tyler Creator's biting Pharrell's style, and then Pharrell is biting Timbaland's style. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Timbaland's biting someone's style, and it just goes down and down and down. And all I want to know is whose style am I biting off? Because I'm not wholly unique or nothing. This isn't me trying to manipulate the conversation to be like I'm first of this kind. Because I'm not. I like the only things I know is I like live sounding drums when possible. And for some reason, I can't help but make mellow beats. I would love to make cool hype beats. I can't do it. It doesn't click for me. The other day, I tried to make a rage beat because someone asked me to on Twitter. A friend of mine. I couldn't do it. I tried. It just sounded like poop. So I can only do like chill, kind of laid back beats. But I don't know what worm in my head is influencing me. So that's my answer.
Fair enough.
If I had to talk about my inspirations, I think it's also kind of hard to talk about. I think just because the more I think about it, I pull from so much. I've been at least recording myself rapping since I was like 14 years old, and that's well over 10 years ago now. And then I was listening to I was with Boom Slang a little bit. I was friends with Boom Slang, and we were listening to a bunch of UK rap. I'm blanking on who they were big fans of at the time, but I was pulling a bunch of it. I liked it a lot too, but I leaned more towards. I remember at that time I loved Tech Nine. I loved a lot of Tech
Yeah.
Nine. I was I liked Drake too when I was like 14 years old. I remember liking Drake. I remember liking Take Care a lot. That's a interesting one. I think J. Cole was doing his thing when I was that age. But like the thing is, I think when I talk about on cul-de-sac, I wrote a rap when I was like, I remember I have this memory of writing a rap when I was fucking almost a baby. I say 7 years old in the song, 05, 06, I was like 7. but it might have been a little bit earlier than that. Truly, I just had this memory of writing a rap, and at that time, my influences were stuff like Slim Thug, Paul Wall. I mentioned Paul Wall in the song. Zero, Trey the Truth, a bunch of stuff my dad was like listening to, and so I feel like part of me that's definitely probably part of me as well when I'm like doing my thing, a lot of like Southern rap, and then whenever I was coming out of high school, I know I was listening to a lot of Brockhampton. Brockhampton was a big inspiration. Like I remember the Saturation year.
Everyone does. Everyone's got their Saturation trilogy story. If they're worth their salt, at least.
Oh man.
Go.
Yeah, except for Michael.
Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q. Huge fan, and I actually bonded over with Mr. Jack Kenneth in high school over Schoolboy Q. We were big fans of like TDE when we were growing up. So I think I pulled from that. But I think a big one as well, and I just like I hate to compare myself to this. Like there are all these people I feel like are better rappers than me, but Earl Sweatshirt. I feel like I definitely pull a lot from Earl Sweatshirt, and whether it's intentional or not, like I try at least at certain points to just do like a laid back flow, and I think that's where that comes from as Earl Sweatshirt, because I talked to Michael a lot about how Some Rap Songs was one of my favorite albums of all time,
and he hates it.
I was also listening to Navy Blue.
Okay, let's take a step back. I don't hate Earl Sweatshirt. It just doesn't.
I love Navy Blue. I respect the fuck out of that. Some Rap Songs goes hard.
This is funny because I love Isaiah's music, but Earl Sweatshirt just don't click. I don't know. I'm sorry. I want it to one day because people love him. Maybe this new album will do it.
He's probably my favorite. Like to just be real. Like at this year when he released Live Laugh Love, he's my favorite. He's my favorite rapper.
I think it's cool because Kosa even mentioned, I think to me one time, you reminded them of Earl Sweatshirt.
And I think like just how that's a big fan. And like just I've been rapping for so long, and like certain things, I feel like I don't try and do anything at this point whenever I'm writing something, but I guess it just happens, and and I hate to compare myself to Earl Sweatshirt because honestly I think he's like a league above like what a lot of artists are doing. Personally, just a favorite. He's my favorite. I love him. Been listening to him since I was 14. Yeah, inspiration. I don't know why I didn't think about Odd Future when I was 14 around Odd Future. What they were doing. I know they're kind of getting heat right now, but yeah, very. I mean, they're influential.
And y'all mentioned the. You mentioned Kosa, you mentioned Jack. I'd like for you... Actually, you know what? We got the people upstairs telling me that we have to make space for an ad break.
Oh, yeah,
we do have an ad break, so I believe there's some sort of physical media or something regarding this album that we need to promote, so give space for that.
And then this is where it plays. It's like it's playing on.
It's playing right now. It's playing right now.
Bro, it's playing right now.
It's on the TV even.
Holy shit!
It's on the TV.
Fuck,
I'll
bro.
zoom in.
Yeah, man. So it turns out the cancer is incurable.
Oh, damn, that sucks, man.
It's okay. I just wish I had some sort of physical media to make me feel better.
Man, if only. It would be so much better if it was a CD from a collaboration between an indie rapper and producer. Joining forces to create something wholly unique.
Dude, what if it was a rap album dealing with love and the passage of time?
Sadly, no such thing exists.
And now we have this beautiful CD from a collaboration between indie rapper Isaiah and producer mikalbrite from their hit album, 50 More Summers, less than 3. Hailed as a genius team-up, they really did join forces to create something wholly unique.
What?
This rap album dealing with love and the passage of time is truly one of a kind.
This is oddly specific to what we were just saying.
Only available as a limited run on BigThingsITW.com for the low price of $20. This gorgeous art and these wonderful designs by the one and only Chalice Moving 14 will be a great replacement for that Funko Pop on your table.
This is clearly tailored specifically for us.
Flex to your friends that you own a highly niche piece of plastic. Gain a sense of moral superiority in knowing that you support small artists. Use it as a paperweight.
Or I could just listen to it.
I mean, you could, but do you? I know your lazy ass will just use Spotify.
Fuck you, man. I use CDs.
Prove it then. Buy the album.
I will.
Me too.
Great, and now you! Go grab the album before it's too late. Again, go to BigThingsITW.com. Be a part of history and grab your copy today.
That's so dope. Whoever made this ad need they wiener pleasured.
That'd be nice. It's been a while.
Anyway, y'all mentioned Kosa, y'all mentioned Jack. I'd like for you to speak a bit on these collaborations, why these individuals, and I don't know, speak to it.
I'll speak on the Kosa one specifically because that one was me. I brought Kosa to the table. So we were working on cul-de-sac, and I'm not gonna name the other names of who could have been on there, but here's how cul-de-sac's creation went down. You know, the beat, obviously, Isaiah hop on it, and at this point we were completely featureless. The Jack Kenneth one hadn't come together for, well, I don't even think the beat for who had been made yet, admittedly. But regardless, we were featureless so far.
I would just call it, at some point I was like,
and this
no
one,
features, I want a feature.
Yeah, this one felt like the feature track. You know, it was a very specifically personal storytelling type song, and Isaiah and I both felt that this was like the one to get someone on. You know, so I think how it went down is I was like, hey, I suggested 3 rappers, you know, Blank, Blank and Kosa. And we didn't hit up the first Blank. We hit up the second Blank. He agreed.
But he sucked.
No, not that. I will speak no ill. That's why I don't even want to mention their name.
All love.
Because this rapper is dope. I love this rapper.
All love.
But
I shouldn't have said
he
that.
just didn't do
I
it?
shouldn't have said that.
No, you're
it just
fine.
didn't turn out. Like,
It just didn't work. He didn't do it, and it's not a big deal.
No, personally,
Yeah, no issue. But the third rapper was Kosa, and originally it was going to be Isaiah, Kosa, and third rapper. But then all that happened was Kosa came in clutch with a killer verse. And then Isaiah did doubled up on the second half to finish it out, which I think ended up working very well.
I
quite
think it
like
ended
how
up.
it turned out.
I love how it turned out. I think
Yeah.
like I love my second verse, and I think me doing that second verse really like I don't know, really brought everything together. And I think I might have even done it if we got another feature on there, but like it being me and Kosa, I think works out really well. And it's like it's great song. Well, I think it might be my favorite off the.
Yeah, I gotta say it's a good pick. Kosa, I loved one of my favorite parts was how Kosa came at it with such a different vibe. Well, I will say this: Kosa gave us 2 verses. There was one verse that was the one we were running with for a long time. And then the weekend before we released, I was at a party with some friends, and I get a Discord call on my phone, and I'm like, and it's from Kosa, and I text them back. I'm like, hey, I can't talk right now or whatever. I'm at a party, and then they were like, I want to do a new verse. I think I can do better. And I was like, we're like about to get it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think like
Uh,
I think it was already maybe even supposed to be like
it was. We were thinking about releasing that weekend, but I think we were waiting on a couple more things. So
yeah.
I was like, but theoretically, we were supposed to be releasing like the next day or whatever. So I was like, hey, you need to get me this verse.
Yeah, that's what
Tomorrow.
it was. But then I think we just waited till that next weekend. We were just like,
Yeah, we ended up waiting anyway. But Kosa did get me the verse. That night. That night it was because I went to the when I was at the party, I went to the bathroom to listen to the verse on my phone,
Yeah.
which I couldn't hear great.
Yeah.
But I'm just I will say this: as far as basically every rapper I know, every artist I know, period. Even though I guess most of them are rappers, but you get the idea. Kosa is probably the hardest working one I know. Just constantly making music. They just started like that new collective or group, the R Bunk, which they've been releasing songs and that.
Yeah.
Just a great human being. I love Kosa. I love Kosa forever.
Yeah, Kosa's
Kosa's
crazy. Kosa's great.
I expect fame and notoriety from that individual. And then I'll let Isaiah take the Jack Canna, but that one I felt like is just a natural gonna happen kind of deal. I feel like they've been intertwined, Isaiah and Jack.
Yeah, I think I almost told a story earlier. Really, I think you sent me the beat, and then before I even like told you how I felt about the beat, I sent it over to Mr. Jack over there, and then I was like, "How does Jack feel about this?" And he loved it, and I think I don't remember what I first sent Michael back, but I think I was like, I don't know if I sent him. I don't know if I sent you the first like stuff I was writing and recording on it, and then I was like thinking about doing a feature with Jack, or if I just told you like right there and there. But I mean that's it. I think he came over for a day, and there was a. Yeah, it was a good morning. He came over and drank some energy drinks. You know what I mean? We got caffeinated, and we got to writing and recording. It was a great day, and I think we really didn't actually finish. I think the last thing we had was just like the last thing I rapped, and then the last thing he rapped. Like we didn't have that yet, and we just did that separately. Like he sent that back to me. He did that at home. I did mine some morning or something, and then this fucking song is awesome. I love it. I think the beat. That's how it happens. That's how the feature came about.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I feel like
it's one of my favorite beats I did on here.
I need to start like recording like. I need to get some kind of camera to record those sessions whenever I have like people in here or like recording music, because it was a lot of fun. It was like we do a lot of stupid bars out in the air, and we were having fun like writing, like talking about I hope Dean Cain's soul leaves Earth. We had fun with that. Talking about crypto, you need work, whatever. It was fun. It was a fun day. Right with that.
Nice. All right. Well, what else we got? I had something. Fuck. I had something. God damn it. Bear with me. I had something. Fuck.
It was
Nice interviewer, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeesh.
What happened to this guy's notes? I wonder. How long have we been going for? 40 minutes. Okay, here we go. There is a music video coming soon, Sunday maybe. I don't know. I do have.
Saturday
Saturday.
or Sunday.
Okay.
Probably Sunday. I think I'll release it Sunday at midnight. I think that's nice. I think it's a nice little release. Maybe like noon. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, it will be coming out Sunday. I drove to Waco to film it. We went to Isaiah kindly took me out to some park. I don't know where.
It's called
I
Cameron
don't know
Park.
where, to be lying.
Out
Cameron
here,
Park,
yeah. So we walked around like
Yes.
Cameron Park for a bit.
Mhm.
Here we go, and there's a spot out here that I've visited a lot. It's not a hidden or anything like secret or whatsoever. Just like a fucking spot a lot of people go to in Cameron Park, and a bunch of Keelbow, bunch of Overlook. There's not a lot of that in Waco, you know. So
Mhm.
it's we went out there and just recorded some for that.
Yeah, and then we did the rest of it over by Real Isaiah fans will like this one. It was like right next to the church.
Yeah.
That's the that's the sorry, that's the cover for I Can Do Anything But Sit in Silence.
That's right. That's right.
Classic 2024
We
EP.
we flipped the instead of it being nighttime and it being dark and all moody, we flipped it to it's beautiful outside today, you know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool.
I look forward to it. Hopefully, Michael doesn't fuck it up.
I think I did great. And let me tell you something.
Michael's awesome, actually.
I'm cheesing over this a bit because I don't know if this is gonna come off as inauthentic toward my music or anything, but like the biggest dream in life for me isn't really like music. I like visual storytelling, directing, writing, acting, stuff like that. Like that's what gets my gears going. I love music and I love makeup. Don't get me wrong. I can't at this point. I can't imagine myself ever not doing it. I just love to make it. I love to make music. It's a definite passion of mine, but I specifically the storytelling medium, film and stuff like that is what really excites me as a concept. So being able to like actually direct something, this music video, just brought me great joy. It is gonna at this point it's definitely a highlight of satisfaction within my own creative career. I've only been able to direct one other thing, and that was a stage play that I wrote with a buddy, which was awesome. Don't get me wrong, but this probably takes the cake from that. This is. I feel like I went in with a concept, and I feel like I was able to execute it quite well, as hopefully people will see when it comes out. I think it's very visually enthralling.
Well, we
Yeah, I'm excited for people to see it.
we look forward to it.
Michael, yeah, I do too. I've seen. Have I seen the most updated version, or have you changed more things?
I've messed with it like a slight bit. I showed you like the almost done version.
Yeah,
It's just needs a
yeah,
little
yeah.
tidying up.
Yeah, it's
It's-
awesome. Michael coming out here really directing. You should have seen him. He was hanging off the side of the mountain with one hand, and he had the camera on the other to get a shot. And I was like, Michael, you shouldn't do that. You're
that
gonna
didn't
fall,
happen.
hurt yourself. But he was
And I
like,
said,
I
I said,
have
I
to
don't
do
care.
this.
He,
He said, I don't
Okay.
care.
bro,
for
don't
the
care.
He said, yeah.
That's beautiful.
He
Just
said-
for the art. I'll die for this.
What
what
would
I
you?
said.
He did say that.
I would. Yeah. I will say this. Both between this and doing the stage play, I don't know if this is how like all directors do it, but I feel like most of my directing is me walking around and standing in different positions for a couple minutes, just like staring off in the distance, trying to like decide whether or not I like how it looks.
Yeah.
I did that a bunch especially during the park shoots, because I was really just trying to get exactly what I wanted. But I do think this. I think that the time spent paid off. I think I got some great shots. I love how this video looks. I was able to basically get exactly what I had in my head out onto the screen.
That's awesome.
It
That's always
makes
a
you
good
very
thing.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's I'm sure we could. I don't know. It's for track 7, Old Dog.
Old dog. Okay.
Old Dog.
Old dog.
Which is funny. I will say this. I'll say most of the songs, obviously, I think this kind of goes without saying, don't have the name that was with the beat. Right? Like whenever I name a beat, I didn't name it Cul-de-sac featuring Kosa. This one was called, I think, Old Dog. I think it was called Old Dog, Old Tricks.
Something like that. Yeah,
And he ran with it.
Yeah,
The only other one I know that happened for was Function. Function was called Function.
Yeah.
But then you incorporated the concept of, a function or whatever into the song.
Yeah. I think those were the only two. The other, there was
Yeah,
some
everything
that
else
we
got
named,
banned,
like
I
we
think.
didn't name at all up until like practically
Very late.
and it was like
With
Sorbet
the
was
song
definitely one
didn't
of
get named for a
them.
long time. Sorbet didn't get named for a long
It
time.
was just sort of like, this is just the beat name.
Yeah, I think Bluetooth didn't get named for a long time.
Yeah. I was just
If I were to give any more little fun facts, I'll say dancing. I hated dancing so much for a long time. I hated the beat. I thought it was very boring. Whenever Isaiah because I'll say this, when I made the beat, there was like a really bad second half on it, which we just cut, just repeated the first half. I had like a high pitched guitar and it was really bad. But anyway, whenever Isaiah was like, "Oh, I want to rock with that beat," I got a little pit in my stomach. I was like, "No."
yeah.
But that's I don't think this is definitely not how I think most producers work with rappers. But how I worked with Isaiah was I just sent him every beat I made, all of them, every single one. I mean, I don't know how many hundreds of beats in this dude's Discord DMs. And whenever I sent dancing and he rocked with it, I was like, no, this was the wrong one. Because obviously I've sent duds. There's duds. I mean, I make so many beats. There's gonna be duds and all.
Yeah.
But dancing was a dud to me. I hated it. I hated the sound of it. I thought it was very boring. And then he rapped on it. I fucking love that track now. It's one of my favorite tracks on the album. It completely transformed it. But for a long time, I was so worried about that one. I despised dancing.
Man,
I was like, this is the one that kills the project.
I heard the beat and I was like, yep, I'm rapping on this today. And that's exactly what happened. And
Which,
I was like,
that's
can you
why
cut
I
that
like-
second half?
Yeah, the
Can you
second
just
half
repeat the
had
first one?
to
I
go.
got an idea. I was like, just repeat that first part. Like,
I forget exactly what I
man.
did. I can hear it in my head, but it was just like a really high pitched guitar loop, and it just sounded bad. Maybe that's why I really hated it, was because I had such a fucky second half.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, and you sent it to me, and I saw something in it, and I was like, no, I know what to do here.
But that was why I wanted to make sure I sent everything. What I viewed as the good and as the bad was because you never know what's going to, influence someone, right? You never know what's going to inspire. And that's how I wanted to go about the collaboration, was whatever inspires Isaiah. Like, I don't understand how, like, this is just hypothetical, because obviously I don't know how everyone works. But let's say you're a rapper and Alchemist wants to work with you. From my understanding, you're not getting like a bunch of beats to choose from with someone like Alchemist, right? You're just getting the beats. He's like, hey, these are the beats.
Nah, he'd be like, hey, look at this AI image I generated. Isn't this cool? Also, I love Israel. That's what the Alchemist would say.
Yeah,
If he direct
he-
message.
He does do that, but let's say this is like 5 years ago, right?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
I don't think so.
Nah, I
You don't
bet
think that's
he,
how
I
it
bet he's
works?
like
Really?
just. I mean, it's his job, bro. He better be making like a shit ton.
Well, I
Like,
understand
better-
that, but I
you know what
really
mean? Like if I had to guess, bro, they're
Okay,
walking in
yeah.
there, and he has like the hundreds that you sent me, like he
Uh-huh.
has that shit kind of on deck, man. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
think?
for
Really?
sure, for sure.
Interesting. I've always viewed it as
that and they probably like make
the
shit
big
together as
wigs.
well.
Maybe Pharrell, not the Alchemist.
Pharrell. Yeah, okay, all right, maybe.
I
I've
don't know.
always just viewed as big beat makers as like they just give you this and you're like, this is what you're doing.
I don't know about that.
But admittedly, I mean, like, oh, take Alchemist. I mean, if Alchemist sends you a beat, you really think it ain't gonna rock, right? I mean, come on.
He
Let's be
definitely has some poopers, bro. Even like
I'm not saying
even like
no.
stuff he puts out. I don't think anyone's perfect.
Oh, for sure.
My cat
don't know.
disconnected my camera again, so you're gonna get a third recording.
That's all right. That's
Sorry,
all
we're
right.
almost done. I think. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if I got another 3 hours. Damn. Take a step back. Hold
All right.
on.
So next thing I wanted to touch on before like our final notes here is or I guess it is final notes. Is there anything you guys wanna talk about, want to touch on that was not mentioned previously? The floor is yours.
Maybe not. I think. I mean, like,
Nah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not much of a. It's hard to. I let the art speak for itself. You know what I mean?
There you
You
go.
know?
Okay.
And I think. More than anything,
There's nothing wrong with that.
more
There's
than
nothing wrong
anything,
with that.
it's on the new thing. Like I'm
Yeah?
gonna be promoting this
All
album
right.
for
Nice.
probably the next year, but like I'm already making new music. I got plans. I will say this week, you know, I was recording and working on a couple features, you know, so it's just kind of like I love this album. Was a big thing for me to make. I think it's the first time me putting a bunch of songs together and doing what I did with them. And
I think
what's up?
no, if I may, I feel there's an overarching theme to this that we haven't really touched on much. I think.
Yeah, we sort of mentioned that
Okay.
there is a theme.
What is that theme?
Oh, the
What's
theme of
the?
the album?
Did we talk
Oh,
about?
like, I mean,
Yeah,
you're right.
I don't think
I
we
mean,
talked
like,
about that.
I'm worried about this cat. Hold on. I gotta move this. Oh my god, bro. This camera. Okay, hold up.
What we got? What we kind of alluded to this, and it passed my mind. What is the theme? What are we talking about on this?
Here, when I'm over here, I'm recording again. When I'm over here, and I'm talking about an album called 50 More Summers, right? Truly, it's an album about me personally. I'm kind of worried about time, you know. Time moving a little fast as I get older, you know. It's just kind of seems to just spiral into going faster and faster, and that's a lot of what I talk about on this album, and I pair it with I am engaged
Congratulations.
now, and thank you, and I pair it with these themes of like love and like how I can kind of struggle to live in the present. I'm kind of worried about things happening in the past. I'm worried about the future, how fast everything is going. And at a certain point, you know, I get to a point where I'm able to be comfortable, you know, in this space. And of course, I probably still struggle on not on a day-to-day basis, but like that's an anxiety I have, and it's probably be brought up in future music still a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
I will say this album feels
yeah.
like triumphant, I guess is a decent word. It's like, yeah,
I think
time
so,
time
too.
be going, but what can you do? And
Like, and I think
yeah,
that's
just enjoy it.
it's something that I struggle to like do, but I am finding myself to do that nowadays, and I think I was able to make an album about that, which is really cool to think about. It's my first time doing like just making a bunch of music and it kind of corresponding to my life and being able to at some
Mhm.
point look back and put it all together. And I'm looking forward to doing it again.
Looking forward to hearing it. Obviously, what else I got?
Thank you.
What do we got on deck? Is there anything either of y'all are working on that y'all would like to talk about before we wrap this
Well, as I
up?
already mentioned, he's got his music going on.
Right.
But on what I've been working on is I think I've already completely produced the next collaborative project I'm working on. I won't say who with at this point, but it's a pretty
Okay,
natural
That's awesome.
Next artist to work with for me. But I to the mystery rapper I sent like just to get started. This was the idea. I was like, just to get started, I'm gonna send you a bunch of beats, and then I'm gonna keep making beats. I'll send them to you. I was gonna do it like how I did with Isaiah, but the mystery rapper was like, grabbed like fucking 11 of them or whatever. Was like, yeah, I'll rock with this.
There you go.
And I was like, all right, all right. I think the feature list has already been prepared and everything, and I'm like, oh, all right. So that's cool, but it's kind of given me a bit of a pit because I'm like, what do I work on next? So I've just sort of been thinking about what I'm going to do as far as side projects again. So getting back to, I guess the first like B-sides since the release of an actual A-side, because I've made 1,000 B-sides at this point. But now that I have an A-side out, now these are actually B-sides. Before that was just all I got. But now I actually have a separation between the two. And
Put that shit on your resume, man.
yeah, I mean, at this point, I do have. How many
100%.
projects do I have out? Let me go to my Bandcamp because that's probably the easiest way to check.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 side projects.
5 beats a day for
And
3
then
summers.
one album. So I got a lot of I got a lot of side tapes out. And I love doing those. Those are lots of fun. It's a nice way to be able to get stuff out. Sort of like it sort of is, or at least it was a resume for a long time. Now this is like, the header. 50 More Summers is. But I'm wanting to do something special. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. But I want these next things to, I don't know, be a bit of a step up, I suppose. Even though really this year I feel like I've really taken a
100%.
big swing. I feel like all my best work has come out this year, including 50 More Summers, obviously. Yeah. Right now it's just I'm thinking I'm slowly trying to get back into making music. I've been sort of slow about it. I haven't been doing too much. Just adjusting to a new job and working on stuff for promotion and getting the CDs set up and all kinds of stuff. It's been busy.
Fair enough.
It's been a
So,
lot, yeah. But yeah, I will just say I also feel the same with Michael. Like I'm making a bunch of music, but part of me is like, what's the next like step? What is like, how do I make it the next version?
I feel
It's
like
it's another mountain.
So
You know?
we're gonna 100%, and I think it'll just come naturally. So I'm not worried about it. Really, it's a habit. I get up like every morning and I like make music and like rap. At this point in my life, just really comfortable doing it. It's like if I don't do it, it's kind of like working out. Like if you're super into working out, you don't work out that day. It's like all my routine's fucked. Like that's kind of how I feel about it. So it's just happening. I think it'll come naturally.
Yeah.
And
Also in the
I'm
sense
looking
that
forward
it's
to
a
the future.
muscle. You gotta keep it trained.
100%.
I got one more thing. Do we have I want a favorite line or verse from either of you off of this album,
Favorite line.
or verse? And we can do it.
Oh,
That's a
if I
cop
can-
out though.
if I
That's a
can do-
cop out though. You know.
I mean, I'll fuck you. I'll take the cop out. My favorite moment, completely, entirely, both within my own work as far as the beat goes, and as far as just performance from Isaiah, is the second half of "I Look Forward to It" when the strings come in. That is what really, to me, elevated the entire project. I mean, that moment is just so led by emotion, and I think the strings and the back and forth internal struggle sort of nature of the verse is just I think it's really the highlight completely and utterly. I love "I Look Forward to It." That's why I pushed real hard for it to be the name of the album early on, or for a majority of the time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that was the
originally what
original
it's
title,
called.
which is why if you look on the cover, the nice lady is saying it, because that was just a little like tongue in cheek, like, oh, that's what it was called.
Uh-huh.
But the second half of "I Look Forward to It" by far is my favorite moment on the entire project. That verse, the beat, everything just all comes together right there for me.
I also kind of look towards that verse, but I will say my favorite lines from that verse is we can find any frame and give it a portrait. I promise I look forward to it. I think just we can find any frame and give it a portrait. I think kind of means a lot, especially like at that point. Just like I think I said what's the line before it? We can fight off anything that enters our orbit. We can find any frame and give it a portrait. But I guess it gives it a bit more context. It's basically saying like whatever happens and what's going on in this like life, what's going on, like we can like frame it up and give it a portrait. And I promise I look forward to it. I think it's just very like at that moment again, like just everything kind of clicked and I was like, yes, this is the album I'm making. And specifically I think that line I think is my favorite. I think there's also fun ones that I like.
I mean, any verse off Who or any line
like,
off Who.
I was gonna say.
I mean, like,
I was.
I pray and
over
hope.
there.
I pray and hope that God, Dean Cain, takes his soul and leaves Earth. I love that line. That's so.
Did
funny.
I
so
literally
funny.
I should have been listening to Who on repeat trying to find my answer to this question. I don't know if I could do it, man.
That's really cool to hear.
that
It's
that
really
was
cool to
just
hear.
so chock full of great lines.
Yeah, and I think that was like a very like me and Jack chemistry kind of thing.
It is.
We had a
It
lot.
is.
It was just a lot of fun. Like just a really
I'm
fun
going. I'm
day.
going to do y'all dirty like Vance's mom did him. Come on, son.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I kind of like part of me like I wanted to change like the do him dirty line just because I felt like it's a little. I want to do something a little more clever, but I
worked.
think it
It-
just
it-
worked.
no,
It
it's
just
great.
worked. And I was just like I landed with it, and so we. Good one there. You know, I like the. I'm weaving like Sigourney. I don't know why. It's a fun one to me. There's fun ones on the album I like. But if I had to really choose my favorite, it's any frame and give it a portrait. I think specifically.
Yeah, no, I this album, at least for me, this album it came at a good time for me. I enjoyed the listen, obviously, but I find it very easy to relate to something like this at the place I am in my life, and shit. Yeah, it goes hard, man. I love this shit. I genuinely really love this
Appreciate it.
album.
Thank you, dog. It's
I appreciate.
And we can.
it's really cool to hear.
I was talking to Michael.
Yeah.
Like, I listened to it a couple of times the day it came out, or the day after it came out, because I was in Mountain. But I was talking to Michael, and we were joking like, Boldy James has 8 projects out this year, and I prefer this over.
Overall.
It's like I'd rather listen to this 8 times than listen to all the whatever. Anyway,
Anybody, James.
no, I really like this shit, and
kinda-
I think y'all did great, and I'm looking forward to what's next. And with that, I guess, how do you end it? How do you end it? How do you end an interview?
I was gonna say
Do
for
I do
interviews,
the
I think this is what I would like to do.
channel?
Just sort of get back, just sort of get the nature of the show a little bit. This, obviously it isn't for an episode or nothing, but Isaiah,
Favorite
I
and
would love
least
to
favorite, bro?
I wasn't gonna say that. We could do that.
I
was
don't know where you're
thinking one new album, one old of his choosing, like that he likes. We're not gonna talk about it next week or nothing, just because that's not the nature of the
One
show.
new album.
But
one-
just a suggestion, just something he likes, an old album.
You didn't let him
likes,
prep for this,
and a new album
bro.
he likes. I don't give a fuck.
like right now. Wait, I'm not.
I'm
sure
not
what-
asking for a review. I just want to hear. I want Isaiah to give the listeners 2 albums that he likes. An old
Right,
album,
okay.
not from this year,
Okay.
and a new album
And a new
from
one.
this year.
Right now, I'm listening to past couple of weeks. I've been listening to
Yeah, the new one.
Z
Yeah,
Luger's new album.
I like that shit a lot.
Dolly's not dead. Love it.
Uh-huh.
Love it. I've been like
I haven't listened to that one yet.
past 2 weeks.
heard
That's
great
almost
things
all
about
I've been listening to.
I've
It's
heard
awesome.
You like this one more than the other one that came out this year? You like this one more
sorry?
than the other one that came out this year? Yeah.
I do.
I gotta sit with
do.
it.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like a lot of times my feelings towards albums, do they change? Yeah, they change over time. So we'll see. But right now,
It's so
I'm
good.
fucking
It's so
loving
good.
Music Loopers. So I want to say that, and then old. I don't want to say the first thing that came to my mind because I was listening to it recently because it's Kanye West.
Gotta be careful with that.
Other than that, you know what?
Yeah,
Other than that,
alright,
36
alright.
Chambers Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay.
I was listening to that earlier this year as well. Fucking love that album. That was something I probably also a big inspiration that I feel like I'm inspired from so much from like.
One
whatever
question.
music is
Who's your
favorite
favorite
genre.
Wu-Tang member?
There's one correct answer to this,
You have
There's
to
one
go.
correct answer?
in my opinion. ODB. Oh shit! I
you.
forgot. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You have to go
That's
ODB.
I started
That's
thinking
the
about
right
it, bro.
answer.
My camera isn't working.
It's-
But
I was like,
I'm
oh, yeah,
I'm
it's gotta
making
be
another recording. I'm
RZA,
not doing
but-
that to Michael.
Fuck ODB, bro. God damn.
I think it's ODB. At least, no, I grew up loving ODB the most. There was something just about his just like eccentric thing that
Super
really
eccentric.
inspired me as a rapper. I was like, bro, wait, I can.
The vocalization and
some
stuff too,
like
super
this.
cool. I love ODB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Yeah. That's fine.
I know you said the right answer was supposed to be RZA. I was gonna say I love Inspector Deck, but I don't know if that's just because I adore Czarface.
Yeah,
The side
that's
project.
fair.
So that may be why I just immediately thought of Inspector Deck. I love Inspector Deck. But if I were to pick any member, I gotta go ODB, dude. He's so
I'm
cool.
probably taking. It's a close
That's how
second.
I was thought about
ODB is, but I'm probably taking RZA.
Yeah. That's
still a good-
pick.
that's
I
not
love,
bad pick at all either.
Shit, there's a song of his I constantly listen to. It's The Fisherman. The song Fisherman by RZA. That's a great song. I love it. But yeah, those are 2 great picks. Yeah, I guess that's really it. Unless you should we do
No.
No, I don't think so either. I agree. Yeah, I think that'll be good.
All right, you gotta plug anything, or are we? I don't know how to end something like this.
Listen. I'm gonna plug the Double Sided LP show.
That's- There you go.
Check it
Listen to
out.
it. Right,
I'm gonna plug Rice Bomb. Y'all should go listen. Y'all should go
It's been
watch
a
some
minute.
Rice
Rice
Bomb.
Bomb dead. He
And-
killed it.
Your Rice Bomb don't really do nothing no more.
Hey, nah, bro. Watch. I'll do. Give me the account.
All right.
I'll start uploading. Bro. Rice Bomb ain't dead. Not as long as I'm alive.
Anyway, I'll put Isaiah's socials in the description.
Plug it all.
Yeah, I got some socials. Y'all go follow me. Yeah. That's I'm trying to be more active on socials. That's not something I'm
once I have this CD.
I never grew up like
I'll try to make some other little promotional material for the album because I feel like I really haven't done too much of that. I've just sort of been like tweeting about it.
Yeah, no, that's the one thing. That's like making content about music is like the difficult thing. It's like fuck, like I'm not like other than music videos because those are like creatively like fun, but you got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. That's all it is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think that's it, y'all. I think we did it. I think we did an interview. I think.
Good enough. Good enough.
Yeah, this is like perfect. That was awesome.
I'm gonna stop my recording.